Hello and welcome to a new video. So in today's video I thought I'm just gonna show you a little bit where we live and who we, meaning we in Sweden, is. So if you don't know us from our Instagram account, we in Sweden, that's me, that's my husband, I'll show you later, he's sitting next to me, and our little daughter, Lintje, she's napping right now. And then there will be a new guest coming in September because I am pregnant. So at the end of this video, I will also share with you if we are expecting a girl or a boy. So stay tuned and keep watching. But now, let me show you a little bit about the place where we live. So this is how we start every day. Not always with sun, but most of the days. So opening up the front door, having the sea view, and just taking a breathe. And the coffee. Coffee is missing in my head. Okay, so I dropped off my little one, and now it's a little bit of work time. I still need to get this hair done, but let me show you how I walk from our car parking spot to our house. So here we have our little guest house. Super nice to have a little guest house, so guests also can have a little privacy. And I will show you the inside when I've cleaned it. And then here we have a little playhouse for our little one. There's the sea. There we go. I just love walking up this house. Always makes my heart warm and makes me feel happy and grateful. And right now all the flowers are blooming. And here you have the sea. Okay, so part of we in Sweden is my husband.
Hello.
Clemens. So one of the main characters, obviously.
Oh.
And then let's wait till Lintje is awake from her nap time. Okay guys, so let me tell you a little bit about our story. If you're not following us on Instagram, do that. You can find us under we.in.sweden. So this is also where I share daily content and where you also can find our story and where I share some tips about the area where we live or when we travel here in Sweden, or also differences between Sweden and Germany because we are from Germany. So 2 years ago, a little bit over 2 years ago, when our little one was not even 1 year old and I was still on parental leave, we decided it's time for an adventure. And you know, these sleepless nights when you have a little one, you get these crazy ideas without sleep, and you just decide, how could it be to live in Sweden? No, but we already knew Sweden a little bit because my father-in-law has a so-called stuga. Stuga is the Swedish word for a summer house in down the south of Sweden in Småland. And that means we've been traveling a lot to Sweden. We've actually spent most of the time every year there. So we were already familiar with Sweden, with the culture and everything. But of course, it's like totally different when you move here. So what did we do? Because, funny thing, not so funny, but back in Germany, we were actually already just recently finished with the renovation of our house. So it was like an old house with stone and wood. You know, in German we call it Fachwerkhaus, so a mix of stone and wood house. I don't know the English word for that, but I think you get what I mean. So we were just finished with like totally renovating, and like, I mean totally. We chose new stones. We remodeled all the wood outside. We did like the full interior, like everything was basically, what was like standing was only the wooden walls or the wooden construction, and you could like see through the house because everything else was empty. That was like such a crazy time. I mean, if you've ever remodeled a house, you know what I'm talking about. So that's what we've just done. Like, we were just finished with it, and then I got pregnant, and then we got a little daughter. And the first year was kind of tough, and you know, a lot of sleepless nights. And then we just had this crazy idea: should we try to live in Sweden? So here we are, living in Sweden. So what we actually did, like how the story started, was that we decided to give it a try. We set ourselves a period for 1 year. So we wanted to, because I was still on parental leave for another year. So we said, okay, let's try to rent a place in Sweden. Hint, if you ever try to rent a place in Sweden, it's pretty hard. So we were looking for a place to rent in Sweden. For us, it actually didn't matter where. It was like full Sweden was an option for us. I don't think we would have moved to like the really north of Sweden, but yes, so we looked at options, and we wanted to sub-rent our house in Germany. Which we did. So we found people that rented our house in Germany fully furnished. And what we also found, which is like still a miracle to me how we did that, is a furnished house, because we were also looking for a house and not just an apartment. And I mean, renting an apartment here in Stockholm is not easy, because here in Sweden everybody is buying and selling, so it's a buyers and sellers market and not a renting market like in Germany. So two totally different markets, like really. You come with this experience. You live in Germany and you're like, okay, it's like, I don't know how the percentage is, but I think it's more people renting than owning a house. So you think, okay, yeah, you just rent a place, and then you come to another market, aka Sweden, and you are like, what the hell? It's like everybody's buying here, but only because it's so easy here. It's like you don't have I don't know the English word, but the notar. In German, you go to a place where they approve your signature and everything. And here it's just easy. You buy with the real estate agent. So it's just like, bam, house is yours. Woo! So like super quick, and also the selling is no problem. So everything here goes buying and selling super fast. So that's why there are not that many places for rent, especially not houses. But we were lucky and we found a place in Karlstad. So before we moved to this beautiful house here, we lived a little bit over a year in Karlstad. It was a furnished house. Like, we exactly got what we wanted. Still don't know how we did it. But the owners were in Shanghai for work. So it was like a win-win for both of us. So that's where we experienced our first year in Sweden. So if you want to know a little bit more about our Karlstad stay, check out our Instagram and you will scroll down and you will find some videos from our time there. And I'm just sitting here and it's like this view is breathtaking. It's like, oh my gosh, the boats are driving, the sky is blue, the water is blue. It's like we are directly at the edge of the sea, overlooking the harbor. It's like a pinch me moment. But okay, back to the story. So Karlstad it was. And then we actually signed the contract for another year there. But then like circumstances changes and they needed to come back from China. And so we needed to find a new place within 3 months. Which again, we wanted to rent something because we were also just in the middle of selling our house in Germany. At that point, we have decided, okay, we will not come back. It's really, Sweden is where we belong right now. It's, and you know, it's just the little things that we like about it. It's the daily things, and it's also the childcare, it's people, it's nature, it's just everything. It just makes, I wouldn't say it's like this one thing that was that made like the choice easier for us to choose Sweden over Germany. It's just like a mix of everything that we feel more home and more comfortable here than in Germany. So that's why we live here now. So we were just in the middle of like selling our house in Germany, and so we needed another place, and we wanted like to rent again to check out new places, because again it was like we didn't need a specific city or a specific location. We just said it would be a little bit more nicer to be closer to Stockholm because of the airport. So we still have most of our grandparents and also our parents. So it's just easier to get in the plane and fly over if like something is going on. And with Karlstad, it was always a little bit of a ride because it's like 3.5 hours from Stockholm, from the airport, or also 3.5 hours from or to the Oslo airport. So it was like right in the middle between Oslo and Stockholm. Or you take the overnight ferry. But yeah, so it takes you a long time to go to Germany. So we were like, okay, it would be nice to be a little bit more to Stockholm. And actually, next week, Tuesday, 1 year ago, so next week, Tuesday, 1 year ago, okay, today is, what date do we have? I have no clue actually. So the Tuesday after Midsummer. I can't even look up the date now because I'm filming this with my cell phone. So the Tuesday after Midsummer, 1 year ago, we had an appointment with the house owner of this house. We met for the first time, we saw the house for the first time, and we were like, oh my goodness, this is awesome. So of course it was like back and forth, okay, shall we not look in Karlstad, because our little one was already in förskola, and the beginning was a little bit tough because she was not speaking Swedish. So the inschooling, the what's the English word, the, you know, this starting period where you are there as a parent in kindergarten. In Sweden we say inschooling, was really tough. So we were like, okay, can we get her out of this kindergarten and into a new one, and So obviously it's like you thinking about your child, like it's the first priority you think of. But then we were like, okay, Karlstad has no options. Actually, there was like nothing, like zero. So this house popped up, and I think so we wanted a house. It didn't have to be furnished. So this house also didn't come furnished. We wanted a house, and we wanted also a place where we could have at least one extra room for a home office. Best would have been 2 extra rooms that we have now for home office, because we are both working from home. And I mean, sitting together at the kitchen table with just your laptop might be an option for a couple of months, but not forever. Although it's nice to meet at the coffee table for a little fika, we say in Sweden. So fika is a little coffee break where you chat, and I think you actually have it in the law that you have to get 1 or 2 fikas a day at work. I'm not sure how many, but it's a cool rule. So back to the story. So we found this place like a year ago, and we were then like, okay, we're gonna do it. It's actually the perfect location. I mean, it's like right at the sea. It's right at the harbor. We have the most gorgeous view you can think of. The house is like how it's designed. The layout is also really perfect. So we have a lot of space, and we have the upstairs level that you can see that is basically only our 2 offices and 1 extra room and a bathroom. And downstairs we have like our bedrooms. Our little one has her room there, and we have a living room there, the kitchen there. So everything there. And what was also really great about this place is that it had a guest house. So whenever our family is visiting us, they don't have to sleep like in the house, which is super for both sides. So it's they can sleep in the guest house and have their little privacy. And when the guest house is fully ready, I will also show you that, because we are getting guests after midsummer. So my brother-in-law and his little daughters are coming to stay with us for a week. Super excited about that. So it's really nice to have that guest house. So yeah, it's just like in the evening, people can, like, we can just be us and they can be them. And so yeah, this was also a plus for this house. And then you also have a little playhouse in the garden, which is super nice. But I mean, this area here, we are north of Stockholm, and it takes us about 25 to 30 minutes to get into the city center. So it's like perfect. And so this is where we moved last year in September. So this is our first summer here, which is like amazing. It's just like this. I mean, also during fall time, winter time, this view was also amazing to like have the sea in front of you, and the sea was actually frozen, so I could go ice skating. And what is nice about this, our backyard, is that we are on a hill, and you can go down. So it's like a hill yard, and during winter time we had like a lot of snow. So our little one could always go down with a snow racer, which was super fun. And you even have to turn here a little bit, so I can show you later how that is. So that was fun. And yeah, so that's where we live, north of Stockholm. You could even say we live in the archipelago of Stockholm. Because these little islands are just in front of us. And we found a super nice kindergarten here, actually in the next commune, because we didn't get a place here, but that one turned out to be super, super nice. So it's a Montessori kindergarten she's going to. And yeah, so this is actually a little bit about our story, how we found this place, that we first started our Sweden adventure in Karlstad, and that we are now here close to Stockholm and enjoying our first summer here. Now let me show you how you get to the sea from here. Look who woke up from nap time. Hello, hello.
Hey, hey.
We're just having a little ice cream out here.
What's that ice?
A little
Wow.
Paw Patrol ice cream.
A fiend.
Paw Patrol? Hello, hello, hello. So now we are right at the harbor that is directly in front of our house. So you will see, hold on, just gonna move a little bit and then you can see the house. Ja, kannst du einfach rüber und alle absahen. Jetzt gut. Okay, so I'm gonna turn. And where is it? There, the red one. So super, super close. Everything. So nice today. The sun is shining. Okay, hold on. Another shoe. Because there you can see it a little bit better. So that's where we live. Okay guys, so I hope you liked this little video about who we are, where we live, why we moved to Sweden. So you get a little bit of an insight about us. But as you know, I am pregnant, expecting another baby in September, mid of September. So now let's end this video with a little gender reveal. So, are you ready? Okay, so for the gender reveal, I need the help of my husband because we have a little colored, what is it? A colored pajama for the baby. So you will see from the color what kind of gender it is. So let's see if my husband is ready. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, let's see if I can grab it and woo! Ta-da! It's another girl. So it will be a little sister. So we will soon be the girl gang, the girl gang and the guy. Yeah, really excited and yeah, looking forward for this little baby girl inside my belly. A little sister to Leentje. So Leentje will be a big sister. So yeah, that was it from today's video.